Our next question comes from Robert Pape from the University of Buffalo. And his question is, how do you feel about the proposed legislation being reviewed by the New York State Senate and Assembly that would allow UB increased flexibility in how it can utilize owned land, funds, and even tuition to best execute the goals of UB 2020, our strategic plan for growth?
Well, Robert, I first want you to know that I'm very, very eager to visit your campus. I've heard about UB 2020. I think it's an extraordinary example of how strategic planning can really work for a campus. And frankly, I hope that we have the same great good fortune to craft a strategic plan for the State University of New York as a whole. That said, let me say that I've only begun my introductions to the Assembly and the Senate of the New York State Legislature. I've had the great good fortune to meet with what's called the Conference of the Assembly, and it was widely attended, and I was hosted by Speaker Silver. I've also met with Senator Malcolm Smith as president of the Senate. I've met with the leaders of the higher education committees in both houses. I've met with aides, and I've only begun my briefing of these legislative proposals. But I do know this, and it's certainly true in the state of Ohio as well. The best way to have economic impact as public universities for the state in which we reside is to have the kind of flexibilities that are being put on the table. And so I'm familiar at arm's length because these, interestingly enough, are some of the very same issues we're dealing with in Ohio. So my advocacy over time, as I learn more, will be toward those kinds of flexibilities. But the case I will make is that this must be a partnership between the State University of New York and the state of New York, a partnership with other members of the state system, if you will, our CUNY partners, our private institutions. And I think together we will reason what are the trade-offs and relationships we need to make in these very tough financial times. But I wish you luck in the legislative process, and I'll be coming up to speed shortly on these issues myself.
Thank you.